An emergency water landing off New Providence. We'll tell you the rescue efforts by the Defense Force straight ahead. Also, a $200 million Treasure Key development expected to boost the local economy. We'll tell you the new marina, hotel, and residential units planned for Abaco. And gas retailers push for action as talks with government continue. We'll tell you a planned protest at Parliament over a stalled margin increase. Then in Our News at 7:30, a burned body found in a car in Grand Bahama ruled a homicide. The grim discovery pushing the murder count to 86. Our News live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. 2 people are dead after an airplane made a ditch landing in waters 8 miles off New Providence this afternoon. Officials from the Air Accident Investigation Authority released a statement just after 5 o'clock this afternoon saying the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Defense Force, and the United States Coast Guard were involved in the search and recovery efforts. An RBDF vessel was sent to rescue the group and take them back to Coral Harbor Base to be assessed. But officials say 2 of the passengers died before making it to hospital. The Air Accident Investigation Authority identified a Piper Aztec PA-23-250 aircraft with United States registration headed to Lynden Pindling International Airport. This is a developing story. We'll have more details on this in a later newscast. And for more on this, be sure and head over to Our News Bahamas on Facebook. Well, now to Abaco, as a nearly $200 million project is on tap for Treasure Key. The development will include the construction of a new marina, hotel, grocery store, and residential units, which officials say will not only benefit tourists, but locals as well. Bethany McDermott explains.
The Davis administration finalizing a deal with Florida-based developer Edward Burr for a proposed $177 million development in Treasure Key, Abaco. It comes a little over a week after the 5th anniversary of Monster Storm Dorian, which nearly decimated parts of the island. During the signing Wednesday, the agreement was hailed as a win-win.
The Treasure Key development has been an iconic development in Abaco over the many years. It has a rich traditional history, has been laying dormant for many years. So I was pleased that our administration was able to bring someone to the table to revitalize that area.
A local daily recently reported that Davis revealed Burr and his company Green Point Holdings are seeking to develop Treasure Key into a mixed-use resort and residential community following the property acquisition from the Meister family. Phase 1 of the project will restore infrastructure including the marina and harbor. They will also construct new residential units, a hotel, and essential services such as a grocery store, all designed to enhance the lives of both Bahamians and visitors. As for the project, Davis revealed this is just the beginning.
So we're looking forward to the major investments, over $200 million, 177 at start and phasing out to be perhaps much more than that.
Now, during the signing, the Prime Minister sought to make it clear that this investment is much more than just a financial commitment for the island.
It'll be a catalyst for economic growth, the opportunities for both employment and entrepreneurship for the residents of Abaco abounds, and we're looking forward to that continuing.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Bethany McDermott.
Thanks for that, Bethany. A trial date has been set for 2 men accused of killing a former politician during an attempted armed robbery. Jaco Shute and Carson Nixon are expected to be tried for the March 27th murder of former Tall Pines MP Donald Saunders on June 21st, 2027. Justice Gilomena Archer Mins will hear the case. According to police, Saunders was at Rags Bar in Gambier Village when Shute and Nixon robbed the business of $650. The men allegedly shot Saunders in the neck when they tried to rob him. Shute and Nixon have been denied bail. They remain in custody. And parliamentarians won't be the only ones returning to Bay Street next Wednesday following their summer break. Gas retailers telling a local daily they plan to protest downtown that day in front of the House of Assembly. Now, what gas retailers are saying that this is coming nearly 2 years after back and forth with government and the Petroleum Retailers Association on a gas margin increase. The current margin stands at about 9.86%, with retailers receiving 54 cents out of every gallon sold. Originally, a 30-cent increase was requested, eventually being lowered to a 25-cent increase, but still nothing. Press Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Keishla Adderley, says government is aware.
I can tell you that talks have continued with the office, in particular the Ministry of Finance, to come up with a formula. Obviously, the government is concerned about the health of those businesses, but it's equally concerned about placing any undue burden on consumers. So the focus continues to be on coming to a consensus, creating a formula that will be mutually beneficial and not overburden either party.
It's an answer retailers have heard over and over, leading to frustration over the last 2 years. At times, threats of gas station closures and strikes surfacing. Adderley says they understand their frustrations.
I wouldn't want to put a time on it, but it is something that we do want to come to a resolution on for obvious reasons.
Well, breast cancer has the highest incident rate affecting Bahamian women, but many left undiagnosed without access to mammograms. Oak Tree Medical's Million Mammogram Movement 242 campaign, hoping to provide free mammograms for thousands of women this year through monthly vouchers. The initiative worth $1 million in kind. While Breast Cancer Awareness Month falls in October, many women who can't afford the procedure end up waiting until the month when they may be offered the service for free. But it's something that could cost them critical time. At their East Street South location, Chief Medical Officer at Oak Tree Medical Center Health Network, Dr. Don DeVoe, explains how it will work.
We are going to, with this program, we're going to be giving monthly vouchers to various partners, i.e. The Cancer Society of the Bahamas, another organization like Sister, where it will range anywhere from 25 to 40 mammograms per month. And what it does, it does it in a streamlined fashion, and our system isn't burdened. And like I say, we currently have two 3D mammograms in our inventory, which is here at our East Street South location, and the next one is at our Prince Charles location.
Now, Dr. DeVoe says stats show that diagnoses can be anywhere between 300 to 500 cases annually. But by then, he says many are already in stage 3 or 4 cancer by that time. He says he hopes this initiative and year-round access will help them catch breast cancer patients much earlier. Dr. Carmen Cartwright is the clinical director of the specialty clinic and laboratory at Oak Tree Medical Center and Network. All right, we've got much more to get to tonight. But for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Kindian, and a happy Thursday evening, everybody. Cloudy conditions outside. We do have some light showers in the vicinity. We also had a thunderstorm just before the newscast, and we're going to still see 1 or 2 thunderstorms out there. Temperatures in the mid-80s, 86 degrees, and mostly cloudy skies. Your winds are out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Your field strike temperature is hanging out at 92 degrees. Temperatures around the islands right now. Cloudy conditions across the northwest Bahamas with 81 in Freeport, 86 in Nicholstown, Andros, and in Alistown, Bimini here in the capital as well. Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 82, 84 over in Great Harbor Key, Governor's Harbor, you guys are 85. Central Bahamas, 87. Kemps Bay, 84s in Arthurstown, Cat Island, Copen Townsend, Salvador, and in Deadman's Key. Georgetown, the Exumas, 85. And into the southeast Bahamas, 85. Duncantown, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, 85. 85 in Abrahams Bay. Delectable Bay, 84. And a pair of 85s once again, Matthewtown, Inagua, and our good neighbors to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands. Satellite radar composite. Well, we have that deep tropical moisture in place. We also still have that frontal boundary hanging out across north central Florida, and of course the Francine, which was downgraded to a depression, and now it's just a remnant low. It's going to pump a lot of moisture across the northwest Bahamas, so we're looking for scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight. We are actually going to see 1 or 2 strong thunderstorms with the system as it continues to pull towards the north and east. Eventually, as Francine, or what's left of Francine, moves off towards the north and east, it will drag most of this moisture towards the north. High pressure will once again return to dominate our weather for the next couple of days. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast and the tropics still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on Our News, today in sports history. Bahamian boxer Edna Cherry's career highlighted by a 14-fight win streak and Hall of Fame induction. We'll tell you his humble beginnings to becoming a Hall of Fame boxer in Our Sports when Our News returns.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
At the gateway to the Americas.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed
Welcome to Our News at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Today in sports history, we look back at a moment in the career of Bahamian-born boxer Edna Cherry. After 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws to start his pro career, Cherry went on a 14-fight the NBA Intercontinental Lightweight title, the NABA, and NABF lightweight titles. He also rose as high as number 5 in the World Boxing Council ranking and number 6 in the International Boxing Federation World Rankings. That was back then. Here's what's coming up on Our Sports tonight. Jazz Chisholm comes through in the clutch for the New York Yankees with a walk-off to earn the 4-3 win over the Kansas City Royals. Sammy Hunter and his Trepka basketball club wins the Kosovo Super Cup preseason tournament. Sebastian Walcott records a base hit in his AA debut. And we get a Bahamas Bowl update from both conferences, the MAC and Conference USA. That'll do it for Our Sports at 7. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as an Israeli airstrike hits a UN school and homes in Gaza. Plus, mega pop star Taylor Swift rallies fans to vote during this year's VMAs. And the CEO of Telegram speaks out for the first time since his arrest in France. The story when Our News returns.
Well,
I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
when hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Israeli airstrikes in Gaza overnight this week and into Wednesday hit a UN school sheltering displaced families, killing at least 34 people, including 19 women and children, according to hospital officials. The deadliest strike targeted the Al-Jaoni Preparatory Boys' School, with Israel claiming Hamas militants were inside, though this could not be independently verified. At least 14 people died in the attack, including children, while another 18 were wounded. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization evacuated almost 100 people, including children, from Gaza to the UAE. The agency announced Thursday it called for regular medical transfers to resume. A WHO representative said it was the largest Gaza evacuation since October 2023. Gaza's health system has been devastated, with only 17 of 36 hospitals partially functioning. The Rafah crossing into Egypt, used for medical transfers, has been closed since May. Her Instagram post, shared after vice presidential debate, supported Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. It received over 9 million likes and drove more than 337,000 visitors to vote.gov, according to the U.S. General Services Administration. And Telegram CEO Pavel Durov has pledged to intensify efforts to combat criminal activity on the platform after facing charges from French authorities. French investigators allege Telegram has been used for illegal activities, including child abuse material and drug trafficking. Durov defended himself in a recent Telegram post, arguing it is unjust to hold him personally responsible for crimes committed by others on the platform. He criticized the use of outdated laws to target CEOs for third-party actions. Over 80,000 people attended a mass with Pope Francis at Jakarta's Gelora Bung Karno Stadium in Indonesia recently. The Pope paid homage to the figure of the Virgin Mary, known locally as Santa Perawan Maria, as the crowd joined in prayer. This marked the highlight of the 87-year-old Pope's 4-day visit to Jakarta, the first stop on his 12-day tour of Southeast Asia and Oceania, which includes East Timor, Singapore, and Papua New Guinea. Well, here at home, the Blue Action Lab is hard at work in Grand Bahama with ecosystem restoration projects and developing climate-resilient technologies through Conservation Cove. But the nonprofit also helping to create a sustainable future in another way. In tonight's edition of Sustainability First, Marlena Leonard looks at how they're now helping sponsor Bahamian scientists of the future.
Bahamas First, putting sustainability first for our people and our environment. What's first for you and the planet comes first for us.
Last year, the Hayward Foundation sponsored Anne-Marie Carroll as a Chevening Scholar, making it possible for her to head off to the University of Stirling for a Master of Science degree in Environmental Management. This year, Hayward tells us on top of the Hayward Foundation's existing assistance, they've sponsored an additional scholar, this time through the Blue Action Lab.
It aligns with us as a family on a number of different levels. So the degrees that people will be doing are focused on environmental science and climate and sustainability.
Now Hayward has this update on Carol.
And I'm pleased to report that she's completed that successfully. She's doing her dissertation as I speak. And we've also offered her a job at the Blue Action Lab when she comes home. So she will now be a director of projects and working with us on Conservation Cove and building these sustainable futures for the Bahamas.
Gabrielle Sullivan is this year's Blue Action Lab sponsored Chevening Scholar. She's off to study biotechnology at the University of Greenwich.
As you know, the Bahamas is a very critical country in terms of climate change resilience and everything that's going to affect us as climate change worsens. You know, one of the things that has happened recently is a climate change clock. We have about 7 years to really do a lot of work to protect our economy before these changes become irreversible. And so Blue Action Lab, sustainability focus and climate change resilience focus.
Reporting for Our News and reminding you to put sustainability first, I'm Marlena Leonard.
Still to come in Our News, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was September 12th. Then in Our News at 7:30, a local church targeted in a string of crimes. The rector of St. Ambrose Anglican Church speaks out, says the church has been robbed nearly a dozen times. And the One Family chairman downplays Valley Boys' split impact on Junkanoo. He's now backing the Junkanoo Corporation and parade rules amid the rift. When Our News returns.
Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and time allocated to do the installation.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1729, the first elections were held for seats in the House of Assembly. The Historical Society notes elections took place at the home of Samuel Lawford and later hosted the first meeting of the General Assembly. Elections for the entire colony took place from the 12th to the 18th. The city of Nassau was the first district to vote for representatives. Then in 1971, Chandra Stirrup was born in Nassau. Stirrup is a retired Bahamian athlete who specialized in the 100, 200, and 400-meter relay. At the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney, Australia, she won a gold medal in the women's 400-meter relay along with Sabathita Fines, Pauline Davis-Thompson, Debbie Ferguson, and Eldise Clark-Lewis. Their feat earned them the nickname the Golden Girls. Then September 12, 1980, Florida Commuter Airlines Flight 65 from Palm Beach International Airport crashed near West End, Grand Bahama. All 30 passengers and 4 crew members perished. Only 15 bodies were recovered. Then in 1983, then Prime Minister Lyndon Pindling appeared on NBC Today to answer allegations made in a report by NBC reporter Brian Ross that Bahamian government officials were involved in drug trafficking on Norman's Cay. And finally, on this day in 1995, Stephen Gardner was born in Murphytown, Abaco. Gardner is a multi-medal winning track and field athlete specializing in the 200 and 400 meters. He is the 2020 Olympic and 2019 World Champion in the 400 meter and also won the silver medal at the 2017 World Championships. All right, if you want to watch that historical recap again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. With 4 is the news at 7. Joining us now is our Talia Hall with the latest headlines. Talia?
Ken, Thursday, we're almost there. The TGIF, I know the weather is a bit,
listen, Friday is the weekend, but hey, I'm working this weekend, so I don't feel
I'm sorry. I'm
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't ready. It's me. Okay, all right. I'll take that. It's unfair sometimes, but I'll take that. Thanks so much, Ken. Well, coming up, one family, Valley Boy split. They say it won't hamper Junkanoo. Plus, the Women's Leadership Forum Inspire Her is back next month. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, police investigating a plane crash in waters near western New Providence. We have the latest coming up. Plus, police on Grand Bahama discovering a body burned beyond recognition in a car near the Grand Bahama Highway. Also, the St. Ambrose Anglican Church taking extra efforts to beef up security following several robberies at the church. And later, we speak with the One Family Junkanoo group. Hear why they say the Valley Boys split will not hamper the upcoming Junkanoo parades when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
At the gateway to the Americas, on the picturesque island of Grand Bahama, a pioneering initiative is taking shape. Lucaya Solar Power Limited presents the $15 million Lucaya Solar Power Project, the first of its kind in the Bahamas' energy landscape. The state-of-the-art solar farm on the Fairfield and Devon sites spans just over 30 acres, and once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate over 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. The Lucaya Solar Project is a pivotal step towards diversifying the country's energy sources and significantly reducing dependency on fossil fuels. It's more than just a project. It's a commitment to a greener, more sustainable future. Lucaya Solar Power Limited, powered by Inti, powering your world, powering your future.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit.
Welcome to our news. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Well, 2 people are dead after an airplane made a ditch landing in waters 8 miles off of New Providence this afternoon. Officials from the Air Accident Investigation Authority released a statement just after 5 p.m. saying the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and the United States Coast Guard were involved in the search and recovery efforts. An RBDF vessel was sent to rescue the group and take them back to the Coral Harbor base to be assessed, but 2 of the passengers died before making it to hospital. The Air Accident Investigation Authority identified a Piper Aztec PA-23250 aircraft with United States registration that was headed to the Lyndon Pinling International Airport. Now, this is a developing story, and we will have more details in a later newscast. Now moving to Grand Bahamas, police made a shocking discovery on the island this morning. A burned body was found inside a car. It's being ruled a homicide and pushes the country's murder count to 86 for the year. A person was found burned beyond recognition in a Japanese Nissan Cube fully charred near the Sir Jack Haywood Bridge. Police making the shocking discovery Thursday morning. Onlookers quickly coming to the area as the news spread throughout the community. Emotions running high on the scene. A pathologist from the Rand Memorial Hospital was also there assisting police with their initial investigation. Officer in charge of the Northern Region, ACP Shanton Knowles, revealing to reporters officers received an anonymous call just before 8 that a vehicle was in bushes near the Grand Bahama Highway.
We did not have an exact location. I dispatched a number of units to this area to search, and a short while into our search, we were able to locate a vehicle. On examination of that vehicle, we discovered the human remains that are burnt beyond recognition. The vehicle, of course, is also burnt.
Well, just last week, police issued a missing persons flyer for 49-year-old Elkino Miller of number 3 Gold Coin Lane. Some question if the victim is the missing man.
We don't know if this is him. We cannot identify if this is male or female. And so we will be talking with family members of that young man and possibly other family members from missing persons recently to see what information we can get.
These tears of pain coming from a mother who believes the burned body found is her son. ACP Knowles maintains the mother's grieving is no indication at this time that the victim found is her son.
I have had an opportunity to speak with the family members, and I shared the very same information that I'm sharing with you, that we have located a vehicle with remains in it, and of course we will need assistance through DNA to identify the remains.
Well, a local church is falling victim to a shocking crime, and not just once, but nearly a dozen times in a matter of months. Now, the rector of St. Ambrose Anglican Church is speaking out. Our Joshua Williams visited the church this morning and has details in this report.
A series of robberies at this church has plagued its members over the summer, but it's the things that were stolen is what's unexpected.
groceries, building equipment, a Sunday school tent, tables and chairs, all stolen here from St. Ambrose Anglican Church on Gladstone Road. The church has been broken into 5 times over the summer. The most recent incident happened on August 31st. It's an issue Father Scott Brennan has inherited. He's a recent appointee at the church, only taking up the post on September 1st.
On August 31st, which was the Saturday prior, we were doing a social outreach for persons for back to school, and so we had lots of items on the south porch. And what was happening was that the following morning we realized that there was a robbery and persons were stealing the things, and so they were able to go through the bars, which were just aluminum, and they were able to twist and bend them and get to the food items.
The shocking crime has forced the church to take extra efforts to beef up security, upgrading their camera systems while obtaining security bars and lock systems. But the man of God is holding no hate in his heart towards the thieves. Instead, he's sympathizing with the burglars, adding the incidents reminds him of the challenges many residents face.
Persons are most likely stealing because they're hungry. Persons steal because they need more help for their families. And so what we need to do is to actually spend some more time analyzing the mindset of a perpetrator and why he or she would do such a thing, even reducing their level of morality.
He's also encouraging other church leaders to pay closer attention to the needs of the community. He had this to say to residents who may find themselves in need of assistance.
Not only St. Ambrose Church, not only the Anglican Church, but many churches in New Providence and beyond help persons who are in need. It's best to talk with us, have that conversation with a pastor. Say, okay, I'm really down and out. It might not be physical cash, but might just be, an opportunity for them to work on a job, even temporarily until they get on their 2 feet.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Well, the One Family chairman, Vernon Roll, insisting the Valley Boys split will have no impact on the upcoming Junkanoo parades. Roll also throwing his support behind the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence and the rules that govern the cultural event. Delvardo Emmanuel reports.
I don't think this will impact the parade. The Valley Boys left the JCMP before they resigned. So we're looking forward to whoever. Like I said, Junkanoo is governed by rules and regulation.
The drama surrounding the Valley Boys Junkanoo group has been ongoing for months. The split was made public back in May when a statement was released announcing the formation of Trevor Davis' Way Forward Valley Boys. But the world-famous Valley Boys quickly clarified that there has been no leadership change and that Brian Adderley would remain the chairman. And the drama didn't end there. Just yesterday, Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Mario Bullock revealed both fractions of the Valley Boys would be getting seed funding. When asked his thoughts, the Junkanoo leader had this response.
The family that pray together stays together. So my point is we don't want to get caught up in that side of the Valley Boys. But like I said, our organization, we went through some crisis, but we know how to air our differences out. We know how to, and then the founding members of our group, they structured this group in a way that would never happen.
Earlier this week, the JCNP revealed the world-famous Valley Boys would be competing in the A category in this year's major parades, while the Way Forward Junkanoo group has been placed in the F category. Minister Bullock has said both factions will get the amount of funding an A group is awarded, a move that did not sit well with the Junkanooer.
When you do for one, you do for all.
Despite the divide in one of its biggest competitor, Roll is confident that one family will bring home the victory. Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvardo Emmanuel.
All right, well, earlier this week, residents sounded off sharing their dissatisfaction with the poor conditions of roads across New Providence. Tonight, the Deputy Director of Public Works is providing an update on when and where residents can expect improved conditions for their daily commutes. Our Megan Shepherd picks up the story.
So the road conditions in New Providence are pretty poor. There's several areas that need to be repaved. We have identified all of them, and we have an initiative that's ongoing.
Those initiatives to improve road conditions across the island involving some 7 small contractors and Bahamas, the government paving company. Deputy Director of Public Works in the Ministry of Works, Damian Francis, says Bahamas will primarily focus on the repaving of major roads.
Bay Street, the conditions are quite poor. I think the whole of Bay Street between Navy Lion heading down to to Mackey Street. On Shirley Street, we're waiting for WSC to complete their upgrading of the sewer main. So the plan is that we may go into parts of Shirley Street to pave. So between Village Road and Howard Bay, we're hoping to get it all clear to start doing some work in there.
When it comes to the various roads throughout the communities, Francis says the smaller contractors will be responsible for those road works.
In Carmichael and the various constituencies, Yamacraw, in the Baintown area, throughout the whole island, where we know that the road conditions are poor.
As to whether a road undergoes a complete repave or the team simply patches the potholes, well, Francis says that is decided on a case-by-case basis.
So you may have some failures which go into what we call the base, which is the lime rock base. So if you have a failure like that, we need to repair the base after milling. Once we repair the base, then we proceed to do the overlay. But the intent of these works is a maintenance project. So it's mostly just milling and overlaying again.
And what about the timeline for such a huge undertaking?
So it's kind of phased over a longer period of time, 2 to 3 years.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Megan Shepard.
All right, Megan, thanks for that update. Well, not so nice weather conditions in the capital on this Thursday as we saw some heavy rain showers. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in a weather center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Adalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions outside our studios and around the islands. 86 degrees is our current temperature under mostly cloudy skies with some showers in the vicinity. The winds out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is hanging out in the low 90s. Satellite radar composite. Deep moisture across the northwest Bahamas. Francine, which has been downgraded to a remnant low, is pumping a lot of that moisture across our area as well as it pulls towards the north and east and away from us. But that will keep the moisture in place, so we're looking for some scattered showers and some thunderstorms tonight to tomorrow before the system clears out. In the meantime, high pressure will continue to dominate the remainder of the Bahamas with some rather dry conditions, maybe a spotty shower or two expected throughout the period. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us, look at the tropics, and your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, prostate cancer awareness. A urologist is stressing the importance of early screening. When Our News continues, stay with us.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
What you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house they're building for me in Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than...
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had
In a crucial push for prostate cancer awareness, the Cancer Society of the Bahamas, through their Us Too initiative, is spotlighting the urgent need for prostate cancer screening this September. This month is dedicated to increasing awareness and education about prostate cancer with a firm message: no man should die because of prostate cancer. Now, prostate cancer remains a significant health challenge in the Bahamas. According to health data, 2 new cases of prostate cancer are diagnosed each week, and sadly, at least 1 man dies each week from the disease. In a press conference held at the Cancer Society today, Dr. Robin Roberts emphasizes that early detection is key.
The underlying reality is that for most men, when diagnosed with prostate cancer, from the onset, the cancer has advanced already beyond the prostate. This does not have to be. Early detection is the best protection. When detected early and the cancer has not advanced, men can live a full life without fear of dying from the disease. This is more promising today, even for men with advanced disease where the cancer has spread outside the prostate. The new medications that we have available today, men can survive 10 years and beyond.
Us Too is offering free prostate cancer screening clinics across the Bahamas this month. Spencer Poitier, a 13-year colon cancer survivor, spoke about his journey.
I can say I never had one symptom of prostate cancer because of the early detection and the early treatment. And so that's what we try to advocate with dealing with early detection and the prostate screening cancers clinics. With early detection, as they say, it's what, 90% or a high 90s where you can actually take care of the prostate cancer.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, Jazz Chisholm comes up clutch with the first walk-off of his MLB career. Sebastian Walcott makes his AA debut, and we check in with our Bahamas Bowl update.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. In the midst of a neck-and-neck fight for the American League Division lead, the New York Yankees turned to their newest star in a pivotal moment, and Jazz Chisholm delivered once again. Chisholm's infield singled in the 11th inning scored John Birdie to deliver a 4-3 win for the Yankees Wednesday night at Yankee Stadium in New York. In a game where hits were few and far between, the Yankees made their few hits matter, none bigger than Chisholm's RBI to send the more than 40,000 fans in attendance into a frenzy. On a 2-1 count, Chisholm drove a slider towards shortstop, and Birdie scored the game winner, beating out a Bobby Witt throw by a head-first slide.
Honestly, I was just looking for a pitch that I could get through a hole or hit to the outfield to score anybody on third base. And I mean, at that time, I was willing to pass the baton. Like, if I didn't get a pitch to hit, I was willing to walk and pass it on to Stan, you know what I mean? Like, it's what he does. He's been doing it for the last 10 years. I mean...
The Yankees increased their lead in the AL East to 1.5 games over the Baltimore Orioles. His work at the plate took the headlines, but Chisholm also had a few highlights in the field. His diving stop at third erased what would have been a sure double in the top of the 6th inning.
I mean, you always dream about making a sick backhand dive and play, get up and throw it on the money, you know what I mean? Like, you practice it in Little League, you get in high school, we used to lay on the ground and just practice getting up and throwing it across the diamond in high school. So, I mean, it's one of those plays I'm going to remember for a long time, for sure.
It feels like Sammy Hunter just got to pro basketball in Kosovo, and he's already got a tournament title to his resume. Hunter and KB Trepka won the preseason Kosovo Super Cup with an 89-73 win over Seagal Pristina. The rookie forward finished with 18 points on 7 for 13 shooting from the field. Trepka opened the tournament with an 85-76 win over KP Boro, followed by an 83-61 win over KB Yili. Up next for Trepka, their first matchup of the FIBA Champions League qualifiers on September 15th, a home and away series against Korvanos out of Cyprus. The transition to AA baseball got off to a promising start for Sebastian Walcott. The Texas Rangers prospect had an extra base hit in his debut with the Frisco Rough Riders in their first of a 3-game set with the Amarillo Sod Poodles. In the top of the 5th, Walcott roped a double down the left field line for his first hit. Over in the other dugout, Arizona Diamondbacks prospect Christian Robinson went 0 for 3 for the Sod Poodles, but scored a run in his team's 5-1 win. We get to join in on all the NCAA football excitement when the Bahamas Bowl returns to the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Every week, we'll take a look at the possible teams that could be heading to the Bahamas in January. Taking a look at the Mid-American Conference, possibly the college football story of the week, Northern Illinois went on the road to stun 5th-ranked Notre Dame 16-14. It was the highest-ranked program ever beaten by a MAC team. In the player spotlight, Bowling Green QB Connor Bazelak threw for 254 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Falcons nearly pulled off another upset before an eventual 34-27 loss to number 8 Penn State. Over in Conference USA, the inaugural Bahamas Bowl winners, Western Kentucky, shut out Eastern Kentucky 31-0. 2018 Bahamas Bowl champs, the FIU Panthers, dominated the first game in the newly rebranded Pitbull Stadium with a 52-16 win over Central Michigan. Defensive back Jamal Potts had 9 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. So all the writers that said that Jazz Chisholm was a clubhouse issue prior to the trade, what are they writing now? Back to the studio.
Greg is back with your extended weather forecast when Our News returns. Stay with us.
My name is
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I heard you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need you 25 cents no more.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussions. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 20.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house of building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off and the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-55...
This is Our News. Welcome back. We are still tracking some systems in the tropics. We have Francine, which is basically a remnant low now into the United States. That's going to provide us with some moisture. Of course, we are still watching out there in the far eastern Atlantic. This is Tropical Depression number 7, and it's expected to strengthen to tropical storm over the next couple of days as it continues its trek towards the northwest. Shouldn't be much of a problem to anybody. We like to call these ones fish storms. So we continue to watch this one to see what it does at the end of its time frame. And then we have this little bit of a blob that is approaching the Les Antilles, basically falling apart. National Hurricane Center giving that a 10% chance, so we will not really check that one for much too longer, as we expect this one to dissipate over the next couple of days. Then, of course, across our area, frontal boundary to the north of us, keeping the moisture in place, and that will continue to provide us with some showers and thunderstorms. And our future forecast shows that pretty nicely. Showers continuing through tonight and into tomorrow. Most of the activity staying in the Gulf of Mexico and to the west, to the east of us, rather. And then we expect our conditions to start to improve by Saturday, but most of the moisture staying to the north as that Francine, or what's left of Francine, juts off towards the north and drags most of this moisture away from us. Boating forecast tonight to tomorrow for the northwest Bahamas. Southeasterly flow at 10 knots. Seas running 1 to 3 feet. Low tide is at 10:02 tonight. The high tide at 3:45 in the morning. Central and southeastern islands, east and southeasterly flow at 10 to 15 knots, falling light and variable at times. Seas running 2 to 4 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we'll keep the moisture in place as that frontal boundary hangs out just to the north of us, keeping us with some showers and thunderstorms into next week. High temperatures will be back into the 90s with heat indices reaching the triple digits. That's a look at our weather. Make it a great night. Stay safe, everybody.
All right. Thanks so much, Greg. And thank you for joining us for our news tonight on behalf of the entire team. I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.